Hello, and welcome to a Suntup unboxing. A very tiny Suntup unboxing, because it doesn't have the usual foam, but it does have that Suntup tape. This is Slaughterhouse-Five, or The Children's Crusade, by Kurt Vonnegut Jr., if you want to get technical. Anyways, this is the artist edition, which is now sold out. But once you get that initial wave of like the pre-orders out, Paul Suntup and the Suntup folks run out of the foam-fitted packaging material. So you will eventually, if you buy a book after it's been released, such as I did here, you will just get packaging such as this, including bubble wrap. This one's got a box in a box. It's got a little tear tab. That's pretty fun. So this, and then bubble wrap inside. Not as fancy as the Suntup foam, but it is still going to be in pristine condition. So as I said, this is Slaughterhouse-Five. This artist edition is now sold out. I bought one of the last few copies. I had held out just because I had been buying too many damn books, but when Suntup debuted their new site, you can check it out over at suntup.press. They had a 35% off sale on all in-stock editions, so it doesn't count on pre-orders. But wouldn't you know, one of the in-stock editions was Slaughterhouse-Five. And so I had to dive in. We've, of course, got two bookmarks, one featuring the frontispiece by Edith Vonnegut, and one featuring an interior illustration by Julian De Narvaez. That seems to be a common theme when we get two bookmarks, is usually when we have two different artists. You have one bookmark featuring each artist, like Jaws had two. Fahrenheit 451 had two, one featuring the Michael Whalen, one featuring the other artist whose name escapes me at the moment, and I feel bad for saying that. Anyways, so I picked this up for 35% off. I'm pretty excited about it. And some other people had the same idea because it's now sold out, but you can find it on the secondary market. And in most cases, you should be able to find it for the list price, if not a little cheaper, because a lot of the artist editions have sadly been going for a little bit cheaper on the secondary market. All the editions do feature a slipcase or tray case of some sort. It is commonplace for Suntup editions. If you are not familiar with Suntup, this features dyed through paper. Very nice. It almost looks like the slipcase for the auctioneer, although this has obviously Slaughterhouse-Five on the side. This, being the artist edition, is the only edition to feature the dust jacket, which has... Oh, I forgot about the printed. Whoa! I didn't realize the boards look like this. Dust jacket featuring Julian De Narvaez's artwork. There we go. Very, very nice. And instead of the traditional artist photo, you have Vonnegut's doodle that he would do, including his little butthole logo in there. And that is stamped onto the boards as well. It's printed on the boards. That is nice. Very nice cloth. It has a nice sheen to it. It looks almost like Japanese silk, but I know it's not Japanese silk because that would raise the price significantly. Very, very nice. We have some printed boards as well. There we go. Not your regular plain end papers. And then we should have the frontispiece by Edith Vonnegut herself, Kurt Vonnegut's daughter. This was announced in the middle of the year 2022. The artist edition is already out. I believe it's the only edition out so far. This is the only edition I've purchased. I did not buy the numbered edition. I was off the train at this point. And there we go. Slaughterhouse-Five, or The Children's Crusade, A Duty Dance with Death by Kurt Vonnegut Jr., a fourth-generation German-American now living in easy circumstances on Cape Cod and smoking too much, who, as an American infantry scout, orders to combat. As a prisoner of war, witnessed the firebombing of Dresden, Germany, the Florence of the Elbe, a long time ago, and survived to tell the tale. This is a novel somewhat in the telegraphic, schizophrenic manner of the tales of the planet Tralfamadore, where flying saucers come from. Peace. Yeah, so that's printed in front of all the editions. Not just like the Suntup editions, all the editions of Slaughterhouse-Five. This edition does feature a new introduction, new foreword by Jess Walter, as well as the new... So there's Jess Walter, author in his own right, who is introducing... I'm not familiar with Jess Walter's work, but presumably he has connections to either the style or Vonnegut himself. Typically there's that connections. Each of the chapters do have a nice little vignette by De Narvaez in front of it, as well as 10 interior full-color illustrations. Now, this is a very short novel. It's almost novella length. It's like 160 pages, I believe. Common reading material within high schools all over the world. A story of Billy Pilgrim, who, like Vonnegut, becomes a prisoner of war, German prisoner of war during World War II, witnesses the bombing of Dresden, much like Vonnegut did, and finds himself unstuck in time. He experiences his past life and his future life all out of order, all while also experiencing being abducted by the aliens from Tralfamadore. And you are going to see, if you're not familiar with Vonnegut, I guess if you're not familiar with Vonnegut, you're not going to see connections to his other novels because you're unfamiliar with them. But you will see connections to his other novels, such as Elliot Rosewater, the science fiction author Kilgore Trout. Tralfamadore itself is in several Vonnegut novels. I've been to the Tralfamadore, not the planet, but the actual venue, music venue in downtown Buffalo, the Trelf. I've been there. I've seen some concerts there. It's a little different than the planet, but, hey, I've been to the Trelf. Anyways, 10 chapters in all, each with their own little vignette in front. Oop, can't show you that on YouTube. But as I said, this artist edition is sold out. It was limited to 1,000 copies. All the editions are sold out. The numbered edition and the lettered edition are both printed letterpress. All 3 editions are signed by Julian De Narvaez. The numbered edition is also signed by Jess. The numbered and lettered are both signed by Edith Vonnegut and Jess Walter. But both of them feature the frontispiece. I mean, they all feature the frontispiece by Edith Vonnegut, but she's only signing the numbered and lettered editions, which are, like I said, both printed letterpress, so they're a little bit on the pricier side, but you'd have to go to the secondary market to purchase those as well. But you know what they say, so it goes. That's a Slaughterhouse-Five reference. It's just kind of way he shrugs off anytime a character dies. The pages are a little crinkled on the bottom there. Yeah, you can see the, it's basically just from the printing material. You see a little bit of a page crinkle there, kind of a bent corner, but you just got to bend it back out, right? Good as new. Goodish as new. But yeah, Slaughterhouse-Five is an absolute classic. I really hope that Suntup does more Vonnegut. I mean, I hope anybody does more Vonnegut, because Vonnegut's just a fantastic author. May he rest in peace. So it goes. He's just a fantastic author. It'd be nice to see him get more Suntup treatment, such as this. Perhaps Sirens of Titan, or Cat's Cradle. Cat's Cradle would be a good one. Or Breakfast of Champions. That's a fun one, too. Anyways, I do have, I didn't spring for the numbered edition. I do have a couple other editions of Slaughterhouse-Five. One, I had been off the numbered train for several months at that point. And it's like, well, I've got an Easton Press edition. I've got the Folio Society edition. I don't necessarily need a letterpress edition because I love the novel, but damn, book collecting is expensive, especially when you're buying fine press titles like Suntup Editions here. Although I did spring for the numbered edition of The Godfather, because, man, that looks gorgeous. And because I am a hypocrite and will spring towards that one, but not these ones. Anyways, if you're watching this video today as I'm uploading it, you should get over to suntup.press and pick yourself up a copy of The Godfather by Mario Puzo. It's the newest title from Suntup Editions. I believe when I purchased my number edition, there were still like just under 100 number editions left. That was during the private pre-order period. As I'm uploading this, the public pre-order period will be open. So I believe there's still 100 copies, give or take, of The Godfather that are available for the numbered edition. It is a little bit on the pricier side, but it is signed by the artist, who's Art Wegner. I could be saying his name wrong. Could be having something similar to that. I apologize to the artist. Messed up your name. And Francis Ford Coppola, the director, which is fantastic. And Anthony Puzo, Mario Puzo's son. The artist edition, this type of edition right here, is also still available for The Godfather. I think there are like 150 copies left. So that one was only limited to 750 copies. and it's mostly sold out through Suntup Editions. You should be able to still find some copies through like Dark Regions Press or Levidian or the secondary market when that sells out, but that you also run the risk of paying more money when that happens. So if you want a copy of The Godfather by Mario Puzo, you best get over to suntup.press right now and pick up a copy. March is going to be Edgar Allan Poe. I don't know if it's his complete works. I feel like it might have said it's his complete works on like the hint. Like it hinted at being his complete works. It hasn't been officially announced yet. But if you're an Edgar Allan Poe fan, that is going to be released in March. And then there's also going to be a special little publication in March as well. I think it's like a little letterpress chapbook version of one of the short stories. Could be Mask of the Red Death. Don't know. Could be the Black Cat. Could be the Raven. Who knows? Hope it's not the Raven, because that's going to be, like a little one-pager. Could be the Telltale Heart. We'll find out in March. Anyways, check out suntup.press. Thank you very much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing, and we will see you around next time.